Hello everybody, all you beautiful Buddhas and you beautiful Christs out there. So recently, the last few days, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about karma, and I thought I would do a video on it. So, the first thing we have to really accept when it comes to karma is that we are not just physical bodies. So most of you who will watch this will realize, yes, I'm just not simply a physical body. I am consciousness extended, expressed and experiencing through a physical vessel. I am the eternal witness experiencing itself through this vessel. So that's the first most important thing. You are not the body, you are the soul. You are eternal consciousness expressed forth in this body. Good, got that out of the way. Now karma. You hear a lot about people saying karma's a bitch and karma's gonna get you and blah 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 blah. And yes, there is a universal law of cause and effect. So what I send out with my words, with my thoughts, with my actions, will return to me. That's the same as the law of attraction. So what I'm expressing, what I'm putting out, consistently on a consistent basis, I will receive back in my experience. That's how rich people get richer, poor get poor. We feel rich, we get richer. We feel poor, we get poor. We feel sick, we get sicker. We feel healthy, we get healthier. So now that's all out of the way. There's a law of cause and effect. However, karma in its purity is simply the lessons that we are wanting to learn as expressions of consciousness. And if you hear that banging, that's somebody next door hitting a hammer, which is awesome. So let's try to focus not on that, because it's been annoying me. But I have to accept it and let it go. It's just doing its job. So, karma is the lessons, almost, that you, as eternal consciousness, came forth to learn. It has nothing to do with, people say, well, if I killed people in a past life or something, or if I did something bad, then I'm going to have to atone for that. You very may well have to atone for that if you're unconscious of it. What Buddha and what Christ say is that as soon as you understand who you are, as soon as you reach that state of enlightenment, which is really just understanding who you are on the deepest level, once you understand that you are the eternal witness, that you're not just this body, then karma dissolves. Because from that aspect, you see everything as one. You see us all in unity. You see everything together. You see no separation. So therefore, that karma that you are dissolving is really you just accepting that you've learned the lessons that we needed to learn. Things keep coming back into our lives, and people say, why does this keep coming back in my life? Why does this keep coming back in my life? Why does it keep coming back in my life? Well, it's because it's something that you need to learn. That is part of your karma. That is part of understanding and learning the lessons that you've asked to learn from your higher state of awareness. If that makes sense. So if I close my eyes, I'm no longer Zach, I don't know who I am. If I close my eyes, who am I? My brain is just a generator, but what is deeper? So that's the eternal witness, that's consciousness, that's God, that's the Godhead experiencing through you. That's your highest self. So once we can understand that we've come to learn these lessons, and accept them, and say, it's not something external that's pressed upon me, I'm going to have to atone for my sins, and I did something bad, so something bad is going to happen to me. And when we say, when people do something bad to us, and we say, oh, karma's a bitch, well, it can be a bitch if we're unconscious of it. But as soon as we forgive ourselves, and we forgive others, then that karma is just dissolved. We've learned the lesson. Oh, okay, I was very mean to people. Me, especially, here's my little lesson to learn in this life. When I was a young kid, I was very mean. I used my words to hurt. And some people who watch this video may have been people that I, expressed harshly towards. But that was all my internal hurting with inside. myself expressing outwardly. That was all my internal struggles expressing outwardly and trying to gain power over somebody else. So as soon as I accepted, I hurt these people because I was hurting. And so I asked for forgiveness from all these people. I asked, I'm sorry, I apologized. And I found the healing within myself. I forgave myself for doing that. And sometimes I feel a little bad for still doing that. But I think that I was able to, ask for forgiveness and they forgave me. So I think that helped out a lot. But that was one way of dissolving karma. Accepting that it existed. A lesson I needed to learn was to use my words for kindness, for love, for compassion, to see people in their divinity, rather than to hurt them like I was hurting. And I think that's it for karma. Really, karma is not something that's nothing externally is gonna press its forces upon you and make you suffer because you need to suffer. It's just that lessons that need to be learned. So as soon as you accept the lesson, it dissolves. It's learned. As soon as you choose to see, this keeps coming into my experience because I need to recognize it, I need to contemplate it, figure out why it's here, or just accept that it's here, and then it dissolves. Acceptance is dissolving it. It lets it go. It releases that karmic residue. As the eternal witness, as soon as you leave this body, as soon as you die, as soon as you croak, that's a more respectful term. No, I'm kidding. As soon as we die, we return to that eternal awareness. Why in the world would we not forgive ourselves from that eternal awareness? We know that this happened maybe hundreds of lives ago. They killed, somebody did something bad to us. There's plenty of reasons, but you're always forgiven. The divine mother, father principle that is experiencing you, that you truly are your highest self, is, in its totality, already forgiven you. It's that you have to forgive yourself on a conscious level, is that you have to awaken to these lessons that you're needing to learn, that you came forth to learn. Okay, I wasn't so loving and compassionate last life. I really focused on too much money. So this time, I'm going to be a lot more compassionate and loving. I'm not going to focus so much on the material wealth. I can still have that, but really focusing on the internal wealth, the relationship wealth with other beings. The karma is dissolved the moment you accept that it is there. As soon as you accept who you are, it dissolves. There's no need to atone for that, for your sins. There's no need to atone for your sins. Right? You are already forgiven. There's nothing to forgive. You are forgiven. We are all forgiven. And karma is just something that we can use. Lessons that need to be learned. That's why you're here. It's to learn these lessons. It's just an illusion. And as soon as we return to here, return wherever, return there, return there, I don't know, return, I'm not sure yet, but when we return to that non-physical state, to that state of the eternal witness, fully experiencing the eternal witness at all times, and we can do that now, but when we return there, you see, of course, I've always been forgiven. I just came to learn these lessons. And I think that's it. This video is longer than I expected it to be. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any not questions, but if you have your comments on karma, I'd love to hear them. I thought this video would go smoother. It didn't go as smooth as I expected, but that's okay. I'm still going to post it. So if you have, anything that you'd like to talk about on karma, I'd love to hear it. See you guys later. Love you.